enough of this view. Look at that boat over there. Slight breeze. Time to go home today. Good morning, everyone from Finisterre. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video, and at this point of the morning, all my friends have pretty much left this town, and I'm also going to be on my way very soon as well. The plan is to head back to Santiago to spend one more night there, because I really wanted to do a bit of sightseeing around that beautiful town, go to a Pilgrim's Mass, and then we'll head back to Porto the next day to catch connecting flight back to Australia via Singapore. And that's when I'll say goodbye to Gaz as well. So I started off this video with the word morena. It is a Galician word for homesickness. And I have to share with you that as I stand here and just thoughts about the past 3 weeks come flooding back, I'm starting to feel a longing to be back on trail, but that is highly impractical because I'm not a Spanish person. I don't belong here in the sense that this is not my country and it's time to go. That said, I do appreciate the word morena because it also speaks of melancholy and longing, which is much deeper than just homesickness. It really speaks to the Galician culture of a loyalty to their land and this longing for their roots, and it's taken me a while to get it, but I do. How has your journey been so far?
It's been fun. Great walk. Since met some great people.
3 words to describe the Camino.
Long. I think that's pretty much my way of life. It's mentally challenging. Yeah, very enjoyable. I haven't got the full insight of the journey yet.
Bye balcony, and farewell to this little nesting bird up there. This was a nice hotel, a bit small. Sempre Fisterra Hotel. Just something small. Huh? After checking out of the hotel, we decided to go and visit again that beautiful German bakery that I saw earlier. We're now going to head to the bus stop to catch the bus back to Santiago. It should only take about an hour. It's about tracing back our footsteps, really. And I'm looking forward to going back to Santiago. As you can see, there were quite a few pilgrims waiting to do the same thing. And as the bus was late, I decided to go for a bit of a walk. I didn't pick up a rock from home. And I know that the Camino Portugués and Finisterre Camino is not where you leave any burden. You leave burden whenever you want to. But I did pick up this rock from the town of Ponte de Lima, because I want it to represent something solid that I can just throw into the end of the world. And hence, here I am now. Farewell, burden, and all that is negative. Thank you, and goodbye. Leaving it at the end of the world. Sitting on the bus and watching the scenes flash by of the pilgrimage that we took from Santiago to Finisterre, it really struck me how beautiful the landscape is. The Camino Finisterre or Fisterra is really pretty. You get woodlands, you get some hills, you get some trails, and you get beach. So I really highly recommend it if you could. And it's not that long, about 3 to 4 days, and you won't regret it. It's really beautiful and a great way to mark the ending of your trip, whether it's the end of the Camino Francis or something else. Anyway, here we are pulling into Santiago. Out. He's so excited about something. It feels good to be back in Santiago, but I have to say that arriving at Santiago de Compostela bus station feels a bit strange because normally when I arrive to Santiago, it's towards the old town and so much more historic. That said, it didn't take us long before we enter the old part of Santiago. And the details, it's what's going to really engage you. Oh, I can smell leather because look at this. Love this door. Santiago, it's not only just a city where pilgrims walk to, it's a city of its own attraction with beautiful shops and boutiques. And I tell you, you got to spend a day just browsing through all the shops, and the food is really, really good. There it is. That's the cathedral there, the center of, I guess, the city. Always, always such a pleasure to see. It's about, I think, 10 o'clock, so it's different to see it in this kind of light. Because normally when I enter Santiago, it's usually about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the light's different there as well. So yeah, really, really good just to see it in a different time of day. After checking in at the hotel, we decided to go for a walk. Uh-oh. Ooh. Near the center of town is this really big book sort of store where they sell secondhand books, and I was really tempted to buy a couple of items, but I have a lot of books at home already, and a lot of these were in Spanish. Anyways, my stomach started growling. I'm thinking about food at this point, and one of the things that I have been recommended to do is to go to the market before 12 and get some seafood for lunch, and they cook it on the spot for you. It's a really recommended thing to do. Hey guys, I'm in front of the Mercado de Bastos de Santiago. So today we're going to take you on a bit of a tour of the lovely city of Santiago de Compostela, and we've just arrived from Finisterre, so we're going to go and grab some lunch now, okay? This is the meat section. This is where you actually go and ask them to cook it for you, yeah? But you got to go and buy it first. Come on, look at that. Hola, free cooking. I'm not too sure how we're going to come back and grab the food. He hasn't really communicated that. We've just bought some. Oh, this is where you go and get it to cook. Oh, the salad. Okay. I don't know what I bought, but. We got some seafood. Then I went and bought some bread and cheese and ham because we're kind of having a bit of a we call it a grazing lunch. So I went into this lady and I didn't know any Spanish, and I got us some really nice first grade. And I got some. I said I wanted ocebrero cheese, and she gave me this. I don't think it's ocebrero cheese, but this is really attractive. So I thought I'll just get that. I don't know what that is either. So this is our lunch today. So cheese, bread, honey, hamon, another type of hamon, and seafood. All it takes is a bit of confidence to go up and just point and smile and just sign language. I don't know any Spanish, but yeah, I'm really happy of what we've got so far here. All right, you go for it. That said, I know that I should learn more Spanish, seeing that I'm always back in this beautiful country. But I'm just so impressed with the fact that with my very limited vocab, I was able to order several different types of cheeses and ham, and we had the most wonderful lunch and a bit of seafood that we picked, and the vendor cooked on the spot for us. Like Galician told me never to tip seafood, so never tip seafood. So, but this is, what is it? Scallop. Scallop. Oh, that's so sweet. I just went to the lady who sold the cheese and says, un euro. And this is what she gave me, and it's enough. Squid. With a mouthful of really beautiful wine. I love the wine, the white wine in Spain.
Spain do whites really, really well.
Oh my god, this is the best lunch ever. Little squid, come to my mouth. Oh my god, I love Santiago market. It's a parade of ham.
Still got a scallop.
Don't chip the seafood.
Salty.
Oh my god. So a tip is that try and get into Santiago before 12 so that you can get some fresh seafood. And when you walk along the market, you find little wine sort of benches or tables that, you know, you can just go in and order wine, and if you are carrying some food with you, I think they allow you to just eat it because all they serve is wine. And this meal costs us about, I reckon, 40 euros.
It tastes a little bit like iceberg. This is a very hard cheese, aged really, really long time.
This is a really cute shop. Beautiful ceramics. Beautiful. See, heaps of beautiful shops. And this part of the cathedral is where you enter to go to the Pilgrim's Mass or any masses. And I'm intending to do that. I'm also looking for a model horreo. You know how much I love the horeos along the Caminos. And I would like to take one home as a memento. But at the moment, just appreciating the beautiful architecture of this church. This is now inside Santiago's famous cathedral. That's the Botafumeiro, which is the big incense bowl that's going to potentially swing. At this point, I didn't know if it was. And what I really like about this cathedral is, of course, its beautiful, ornate structure, but also the ceiling. And if you look at the ceiling, oh, that's the organ, by the way. It's quite spectacular. If you had followed me on my Camino Francés vlogs, and there is a playlist here on the channel, you would know that I went into a lot of cathedrals and churches on that particular pilgrimage. On the Portuguese and the Camino Finisterre, a lot of the churches were closed, and so this is kind of a pretty rare footage, I guess, of me walking through cathedrals, and I do admire cathedrals because I read a very influential book for me called Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, where it talks about cathedral building in the medieval ages, and it basically compares cathedral building to the space race. Who can build the tallest, the highest, the biggest, the strongest, structure. And at that time, without a lot of mathematicians and engineers, it's quite remarkable. I am a Catholic, and I do have a spirituality about that, but I'm not religious, and yet I still do like to sit in a church.
Yeah, I actually do.
One of the things I really regret not doing is the cathedral roof tour, but of course I think we just were too late to get the tickets next time. If you do want to do the roof tour, please do book a couple of days before you get into Santiago, or even before you go on your trip, if you know what time you're arriving. It's really worth it, and I really regret not doing that, but I will, because I will be back in Santiago. Anyways, it's time for horreo shopping, and there were so many choices, and I liked so many of them that I couldn't make a decision, so I thought that I would leave it to come back after dinner to get one of these models to take home. Time flew by, and all of a sudden it's time to go to the Pilgrim's Mass. We were on time, but there were so many pilgrims wanting to get into the Mass that we couldn't get a seat, but that's okay. A tip really is that even if you are not religious, I think if you are doing a Camino, it's important and it's recommended that you go to a Pilgrim's Mass, which takes place in the afternoon at 12 or at 7:30. And if you're lucky, you see these robed gentlemen, because that only means one thing: the Botafumeiro is going to swing. The Botafumeiro is a giant bowl of incense that hangs from the ceiling of the cathedral. And if it swings, it means that there is extra special blessings for the people that are in that church. And it doesn't swing very often, only on special feast days or the day of Santiago's birthday, which is, I think, the 25th of July. And sometimes people might pay for it to be swung. Anyways, it happens to be swinging today, so we're very lucky. Watch.
Oremos. Guarda, Señor, con tu amor constante a los que has salvado, para que los redimidos por la pasión de tu Hijo se alegren con su resurrección. Que vive y reina por los siglos de los siglos. Hijo y Espíritu Santo descienda sobre vosotros. Podéis ir en paz.
Isn't that special? I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm glad that I was able to video this footage for you. And I love seeing these gentlemen work the ropes, and it just feels so nice to be a part of that and just see the physicality of just swinging the incense bowl and just the rituals of the Mass. A lovely ending. Wow, it's really thick. That was such a lovely Mass. Always feel very blessed to have seen the swinging. Farewell, Santiago. See you soon. Usually, if it's your first time at the Pilgrim's Mass in Santiago, the thing to do is to go around the corner and visit the tomb of Santiago, St. James. And it's something that I think is a must-do. I've already done it in my last Camino, Francés, so decided to just be ushered out with the crowd. Santiago Cathedral is an exceptional architectural building, but I especially love the gate at the front. Although it is now 8:30, we couldn't find many places that's open, but we found one. Okay, gracias.
Like a veggies no doubt.
Yep. Pupul. I love pupul. Trying to eat as much of it as possible before we leave tomorrow. It's soft, chewy in parts, has a bit of a salt to it, and a kick of paprika. Lots of butter, I think. Olive oil. Where's the tentacles? There it is. Oops.
Popeyes good.
Salute. Salute. Very grateful for everything.
It's been a great trip.
That two-course dinner was about, I think, 15 euros per person. At this point, I am thinking about how sad I'm feeling because we are now heading back to the accommodation for our last night, and then we're heading home. And I don't know, I just felt sad because I've had such a wonderful experience every single time that I've been in Santiago. And it's just so nice to be back to a place where I feel a sense of freedom and peace and, you know, no worries in the world. I also realized that I should go and get an horreo before I leave. But as luck would have it, all the shops close. And here's the thing, all the souvenir shops closes at 9 o'clock. We got out of Mass at 8:30, so it was just too late. And so, yes, another thing to regret, not going on the roof tour and not being able to bring home and horreo, which is such an emblematic feature of my Caminos. I guess I'll just have to get it next time. Night falls on the beautiful cathedral, and I just feel a bit of a pang in knowing that I will be saying goodbye to this place in a couple of hours, really. That Spanish band is always there at night time under those cloisters, and it's so nice to see everybody out and about having a great time. Don't forget that Spain has siesta roughly around between 2 to 5:30, sometimes 6 o'clock. And so if you're hungry, then... Spain really comes alive only after about 10 p.m. While the sun sets down on Santiago, I just want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. I see you and I read all your comments, and I appreciate every single like and every single follow. The back of the cathedral is always really nice too. Don't forget to go there. And as Gaz tries to get the Joan up again, I can't help but think about the horreo that I didn't get. And we're off. Good morning, everybody. It is the 17th of May, 2 days after my birthday, and what a wonderful Camino Portugués this has been, and Camino Finisterre by water fountain. And as the temperature hits 24 degrees later today, 24°C that is, I'm heading home to Melbourne. Wow. As you can see, it has been raining overnight. It's about 8:15 and nothing is open in terms of, cafes or restaurants except for vending machines. I was here last time that we were in Santiago, having this before I left the city. So tradition continues. draping of this outfit. It's gorgeous. Hola.
Hola.
You walked Villa de Plata?
Sí.
How many days?
30 days.
And nice?
Nice.
Where you start? Where did you start? You start Salamanca
Salamanca
to Santiago.
to Santiago.
On a bus to Porto Airport. Bye-bye, Santiago. We're on an Elsa bus going to Porto Airport and just passing all these signs. It's like in like minutes, and we walked so long. For example, I've just passed Redondela. Have fun in Tui. We just passed Wellington. Line up 1, 2, 3. So many turkeys. This is why I don't swim in Singapore. I'm making laksa at the moment. Just reheating this. Oh, look at these laksa, guys. Woo. Oh, I love going through Singapore. I'm in a cab heading home. I'm supposed to start work at 9 o'clock. It is now 8:14 or something like that. I'm hoping that I will make it in time to turn on my laptop. I'm working from home today. Wow, what a trip. And yeah, can't believe it's first day back from the Camino. Got off the plane about 10 hours ago. Slept halfway through my work day. I'm gonna pay for it, I'm sure. And now I'm just making myself some soup. Look. I need protein though, and I don't have anything in the house. This soup needs a bit of heat, a bit of chili powder. It just occurred to me how lucky I am. Both of my girls, Margaret and Jess, are still on the trail. They're still going at it. You know, Jess is walking Finisterre backwards and Margaret is on the Invernino. I'll put the right spelling of that ridiculously sounding name in for you because I'm just hopeless at that. Yeah, they're still on the trail, and here I am making soup in my kitchen wearing what a juxtaposition.